Hi guys, welcome back to After Reviews. Today we'll do another mechanical keyboard review, and this is the Ajazz, or is it really from Ajazz? Anyway, we'll review the quote-unquote Ajazz STK61. Okay, let's set the expectations first. This is not an RGB mechanical keyboard, but a rainbow keyboard instead. What does this mean? Later, I'll discuss the lighting effect of this keyboard. Inside the box, it only contains the user manual, USB Type-C cable which you will be using to charge the keyboard and use it in the wired mode. Lastly, the keyboard itself. There are no free keycaps unlike the K870T that we have reviewed before. Also, there is no free keycap remover. And the best thing is, I got the pink color because I believe in the saying that tough men wear pink. The layout of this keyboard is 60% TKL. The keyboard is around 11.42 inches in length, 4 inches in width, and the height is 1.57 inches. It's a compact mechanical keyboard, and that is why it's very handy and you can bring it easily anywhere. At the bottom, we will see the on and off switch and the rubber stoppers on all of its edges. I really like the rubber stopper that the manufacturer put in this keyboard. It really prevents the keyboard from sliding on the surface when you're using it. Also, you'll notice that there are no keyboard stands, which means the height of this keyboard is fixed. The most interesting part of this keyboard is the manufacturer label. You'll see here that this keyboard was designed by Ajazz, and it did not say that it was manufactured by the company. I think this is the reason why when you search for this keyboard in Lazada or other e-commerce sites, the search results will say it's Die STK61, not Ajazz STK61. You'll also see the logo of the manufacturer at the lower right bottom of the keyboard. The total number of keys of this mechanical keyboard is 61. If you look at the keycaps closely, it's not PBT. Unlike the K870T, the keycaps of the keyboard is PBT. Earlier I mentioned that you can use the STK31 via wired mode. Yes, this is a dual mode wireless mechanical keyboard. You can plug the cable in your computer through USB and through USB Type-C port found in the upper left part of the keyboard. Plugging the USB Type-C to Type-C port of the keyboard is pretty easy, unlike the K870T wherein the Type-C port is enclosed and it's kinda difficult to insert the cable to the port. Now, if we want to use the keyboard in wireless mode, we need to switch on the keyboard first. To turn on the Bluetooth of the keyboard, oh, speaking of Bluetooth, this keyboard is a Bluetooth 5.0 wireless mechanical keyboard. Okay, let's go back. To turn the wireless mode on, you need to slide the switch to the left. After doing this, you need to press the function key plus tab key. Function key plus tab key will let you toggle from wired to wireless mode. Once you press this combination, wait for the Q key to blink before you press the next key combination. The blinking Q key means that the keyboard is ready for wireless mode. After this, press the FN or function key plus P to pair the keyboard to your computer or device. Make sure that before you do this, your computer or any device that you will use is ready to pair with the keyboard. Oh, by the way, the keyboard can connect up to 3 devices just like the Ajazz K870T. You'll see the connection slots if you look closely at keys Q, W, and E. One thing I noticed in this keyboard is that the pairing process in Mac computers is different if you compare it to Ajazz K870T. Sorry if I always compare it to K870T because these two are my only wireless mechanical keyboards. When you connect the K870T to Mac, you can use the setup wireless keyboard settings. On the other hand, the STK61 can't be detected in the aforementioned setting, but instead it can be paired using the Bluetooth settings of the MacBook Pro. Speaking of Mac computers, you can set whether you're using Mac or Windows by pressing FN or function key plus A for Mac computers, and FN plus S or function key plus S for Windows. For Linux computers, just use the Windows settings. Since we are talking about operating systems, the STK61 is compatible with Mac, Windows, and Linux computers. Discussing the wireless mode without talking about the battery is not enough. The STK61 can last up to 10 hours of usage through its 1000 mAh rechargeable lithium battery. The spacebar will blink if the keyboard's battery is in critical levels. This will be your indicator to charge the keyboard. There's no instruction in the user manual on how many hours you need to charge the keyboard, but for me, I'm charging it at around 6 to 8 hours. I mean, I just use it in wired mode while the battery is charging. Moreover, if you are on wireless mode and you went AFK, the keyboard will go into sleep mode. Yes, it has a sleep mode, which is, I think, a good way to save battery life. You need to press any key to wake the keyboard up once it is in sleep mode. The only bad thing I noticed is that when the keyboard is in deep sleep mode, you need to press the keys or any key multiple times. Since this keyboard is mechanical, we need to discuss the switches. The variant that I bought is Wano blue switch, but if we look closely or remove the keycaps, it is not Wano. You'll see it's Soro. I think the seller should correct the product description in Lazada. They should put Soro instead of Wano switches. Upon googling Soro switch, I found a Reddit discussion wherein a user asked about Soro switches. In that discussion, I found that most people say that Soro switches are low-tier Chinese switches. So far, for more than a month of usage, I haven't encountered any issues with regards to Soro switches. The only thing that I hate about this keyboard is when I use special characters like the question mark, tilde, and when using arrow keys. There are times that I cannot enter the question mark. Instead, the forward slash or the up arrow key is being registered. The price of this keyboard is around 1,500 pesos. For me, it's very cheap because the average price of wireless mechanical keyboards here in the Philippines is around 2,500 pesos. Earlier, I told you that this keyboard is not an RGB keyboard, but a rainbow backlit keyboard instead. If you look closely, you'll see the rainbow like lighting effect on this keyboard. For me, it's not a bad thing whether it's RGB or rainbow, but if you're an RGB fan, think twice before buying this keyboard. There are 12 lighting effects on this keyboard. You can set it by pressing the function key plus backslash key. In this part of the video, I will show you the 12 effects that I mentioned before. Now, here's the typing sound of the keyboard. I suggest you use an earphone for you to hear it properly. In this part of the video, I'm going to show you if there are any delays when typing and when using it in a game. For our final verdict, I like the size and feel when typing. The blue switches really suit me. What I don't like is the key combinations. Like I said earlier, there are some confusing key combinations of this keyboard. Overall, it's a good keyboard. It gets the job done and it's bang for the buck. If you're looking for a cheap wireless mechanical keyboard, this is for you. But if you have the budget, don't buy this. There are some keyboards that are way better than this. Guys, this is the end part now and I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe until our next. Bye guys, thank you for watching.